What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Hope everyone's having a fabulous day. We are going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average at the end. So make sure you stick around. I do believe today is most likely going to be a red day. We'll take a look at the possibilities. Stick around. Should be a great video. Don't forget there's a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out, guys, and let's get on with it. Alright guys, welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every single day on the crypto markets. We're going to take a look at the news headlines first just to get a feel for the sentiment. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. It really helps the channel out. And leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Bitcoin and Visa transactions plunge, but pizza deliveries are up. Bitcoin ends Q1 down 10%, outperforming equities and traditional markets. Bitcoin recent recovery won't salvage a terrible month. CZ talks Bitcoin price after halving. Bitcoin holding crucial support. Here's what could propel. Really a bunch of mixed news. Nothing. Will Bitcoin finally be able to close above 6,500? No really bearish or bullish sentiment there. So let's look at the fear and greed index. We're at 12, same as yesterday, didn't move. We're still in extreme fear. And let's take a look. The monthly closed yesterday and we are dropping as of this monthly candle. But if we look here, the 55 EMA is right around the 4,800. That is a possibility where we could go down to. Well, like I said, we're going to take a look at all that. If you guys are interested in trading, I'll leave a DOW tutorial up top. We are going to be having a DOW trading competition. If you guys are interested in joining, leave in your comment below and let me know. Also, join our free Discord, and we have a channel in there just for it. There will be some prizes. We're going to work out the details, and I will be updating for the next couple days while we get people entered. So definitely check it out. And yeah, let's look at the weekly. So on the weekly, as you guys know, I am big on EMAs, and we did cross bearish. The 21 EMA crossed below the 55 here. That is extremely bearish to me. Also, if we look at, let's take a look at the RSI. As you guys know, this red line has been support and resistance for a long time. Remember, this is the weekly RSI. We capitulated below it back in 14, popped back above in 15, got support on it in 15, and continued our rally. In 2018, we capitulated below it, popped back above it in 19, tested for support, got support, but we are back below it. Actually, right now, we are above it a little bit. Let's see how this weekly closes. If we can close above this, I think we'll be in good shape. If we close below it, we may be going quite a bit lower. This week's going to be pretty big for the RSI. Let's look at the daily. And I apologize for not getting a video out yesterday, guys. I had a lot going on. As you know, there's a lot going on in the world. So let's take a look at the daily. So on the daily, we are below all the EMAs as of right now. Unless we close a 4-hour above 6,400, if we can close a 4-hour candle above that, we have a chance to come up and retest the bottom of this rising wedge. This could, guys, this could be more of a, I'm going to thin this line out a little bit. This could be more, I'm kind of struggling with what's going on here. Let me go back to the weekly. Well, actually, we'll stick around on the daily. We'll look at the RSI in a minute, but as you can see, I put massive move on the thumbnail because our volume is just still declining big time there. And when this happens, volume gets almost to nothing. When there is a break, we have a huge move, and I believe that's what's coming. Something quick and swift. Will it be today? I believe it's most likely going to be today, but there is no guarantee. But I do want to look at it like this also. We could also look at it like this. right here as almost, this is almost looking like an ascending triangle, and a measured move up from that, guys. Let's over here, and this is just a possibility, but a measured move up from that would be around the $10,100 range. That is definitely a possibility. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't, but watch for a break of this trend line. But let's go back to what I have been looking at. I just wanted to point that out real quick. If we can't get close a 4 hour above this 6,400, we're most likely headed down to at least this $5,400 range, which is the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement of this move here. So we've been struggling with this for quite some time now. If we can get a bounce off the 53, we could be in good shape. But if we look at my measured moves here, guys, I have just measuring the widest point of this wedge to where we broke down from it over here. Gets me down to about the 42.50 range. We also have this trend line right here all the way across the bottom. And if we came down, that would be right around the 4,800. So remember, we talked about that in a weekly. That's a possibility. The 4,800, we get support there. But first off, like I said, 5,400 is where I'd look for the first point of support. And then we could look at the 48, but I believe if 54 breaks and we close, now we could get a wick down below it and go right back up. But if we close a 4 hour below 54, most likely headed down to this $42 range. And if we looked at this whole thing as a flagpole and this being a bear flag, the measured move of that, not saying it's going to happen, I'm just showing you a possibility, is around 25.7. If we go back to the weekly, you can see this long-term trend line from all the way back in 2016. That would line up perfectly with this also at 25.74. So keep that in mind. It is a possibility, guys. Again, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but by the looks of what's happening in traditional markets, as much as traditional markets can pump, don't get sucked into it, guys. Yeah, just don't get sucked into it. And remember, also, I have some other trading exchanges down below. If you guys are interested, definitely check those out. You get bonuses for signing up using my links. It tells you about the bonus right there in the links below. Definitely check them out. It's a good way to help support the channel. And back over to this. So anyways, that's what I'm looking at here. The EMAs are bearish, obviously. In the daily, the 55 has crossed the 200 here. All of them are below the 200-day moving average, or exponential moving average. Sorry, guys, I'm a little foggy this morning. But anyway, as of right now, we are below all the EMAs still. Like I said, if we can close a 4 hour above the 64, it's possible we get up to this $7,200 to $7,400 range to retest the bottom of this wedge. I think that's a little less likely now. I'm more so looking for the 5,400. Let's look at the 4 hour. And as you can see, in the 4 hour, we are dropping below all the EMAs here. They are flipping bearish. So it doesn't look good for a run up. This almost looks like a fractal here. You can see on this one up and down. This one could be the same thing. Let's see, around the $6,000 range, we're most likely going to get some psychological support, but I don't believe that'll hold. I know a lot of people are getting super bearish right now, or bullish right now. I am not. I do believe we're going to at least come down to this $5,400 range and test that. And as you can see, I have a long-term trend line from cloning this bottom trend line here all the way across. And that would line up perfectly with that. If we look at the EMAs here, it does look like on the white, we have fallen out of this broadening wedge here, and actually the measured move, and these work a lot of times in the RSI just like they do in the price action. We would be coming all the way down to around the 16.5 range in the RSI, which is going to be pretty bearish, and that, you know, could be coming down to retest this trend line here. That's most likely what I see happen, but keep in mind this could pop up here, and we could go to them. If we pop up here and close above that 6,400, close at least a 4 hour above the 6,400, then we could be running up, but I doubt it. As of right now, like I said, I am looking more at the lower targets everything looks pretty damn bearish to me. Another way to support the channel, and that link is below too, is anchorimage.com. It is my wife's webpage. It's got a lot of awesome crypto stuff in here. You can put anything you want on any of this stuff, not just the stuff you see. It is quality stuff. It's not iron-on. It's not vinyl. None of that crap. It's actually quality stuff. Check it out. LITECOIN. Same thing with LITECOIN. Unless we can close a 4-hour above the 39, open and close, I would rather see. But if we can close a 4-hour above the 39, we could come test the 41 again. If we can break that, we could be coming up to the 200 EMA around the $45 range. But like I said, same in Bitcoin. I think that's a little less likely. We do have our measured moves from falling out of this wedge, and the first one being 2280 range. I do see us possibly getting supported around this 2782, which is this trend line here. Let me move this over. This trend line from all the way back here off these two wicks, that would line up pretty good. We also have the white trend line off of these wicks down here, which would line up with, move this over. If we looked at this as a flag pull, this being a bear flag, around the $14 range. But again, guys, I'd be looking for support first around this 2782. And I explained yesterday, these lows, like in Bitcoin also, would be a stop point. You know, we don't have to go down to this measure move, the 25. That's just the worst case scenario. We also have a 3200 area we could get support, 3800. But I do believe we might pop past this wick here. For everyone that went long here and had their stops below it, may have a stop hunt, and that's kind of what I think is going to be happening here. Again, that's just my opinion. And remember, always, this is my opinion, not yours. Forgot to say that at the beginning. But yeah, I'm still looking for lower lows here, guys. Not necessarily lower lows, but definitely at least down to the 2782, I would imagine. But just like in Bitcoin, this also could be looked at as, if we drew the trend line here and draw another trend line across the bottom, we could be looking at something like this. Let's see, let's put a measured move on here from the widest point, if that was the triangle. The measured move there would get us to around the $60 range if we broke up. And if we broke down, it'd be around the $17, $18 range. If we was to look at it that way, I'm not saying, I'm not too confident that's what's happening. The only reason both Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum that I'm looking at it like that is because of the volume. When the volume's declining like this, you're still in a formation, and until that breaks and the volume breaks, you're not out of that formation. This could be what's going on, but either way, I believe it's down from here. Again, I could be wrong. We could pop up. If we break this 39, we're most likely headed up. Let me get this off of here. Did we take a look at the EMAs here? Let me zoom in a little bit. I don't remember if we talked about them in 4 hour. But yeah, as you can see, the EMAs on Litecoin are all turning bearish too. We are falling down here. Unless we get a quick pop up here, most likely we're going to continue down. We look at the RSI. Same thing. We had a rising channel here. We broke out of it. And if we did a measured move on where we broke out of it, that would get us back down to around the 19 in the RSI on the 4 hour. So still looking bearish to me, guys. Do I see? Well, yeah, still looking bearish. Still bearish. I cannot turn bullish yet. So on Ethereum, the 236 or 0.236 fib is at 137. If we cannot close a 4 hour above that, we are going to continue down. I do see, here are my targets for Ethereum. Although, if you look at this white trend line here off of these two wicks, let me move it over, we are getting support on that trend line. As you can see, we've been getting nice support on it. But the EMAs are pretty bearish here. Everything's below the 55 EMA. It looked like it was going to try to pop up here and got rejected on the 55 EMA at 132. So, yep, I'm bearish with this one too. Let's look at the measured moves. If this wedge is correct, measured move of just the wedge itself from where we broke down is around the 72.48, 72.50 range, which also lines up with this long-term white trend line off of these 3 wicks. So keep that in mind, that is possible. Also, if we did a measured move, the worst case scenario, measuring this whole thing as a flagpole, this being the bear flag, 27.34. Again, guys, not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying it's a possibility. Even though I am pretty bearish here, I would expect the same thing like I was talking about in Litecoin. If we got a quick move down here, wick down here, that would grab all the stops down here from the people that longed over here. So that's definitely a possibility. It's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But keep in mind, we still have, if we can close a 4 hour above 137, we could come retest the top of this, or the bottom of this wedge for support. Now let's take a look at the same way we looked at Litecoin and Bitcoin. If we put a triangle here with the support across the bottom wicks. Whoops, I don't know what the hell I did there. My bad. Let me get a trend line. So something like this. As you can see, this trend line coming down, this one coming over. Let's do a measured move just to see if we were to pop up here. If this is correct, like I said, by the looks of the volume, it's very possible it could be triangles like this. And I think that would be a bear flag in my opinion. But that would get us up to around the 197. So we could get a big move up there. This could be ended up like a BART. If we broke down, we could be looking at the $67, $68 range. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at there. I'm still more confident in the wedge, the rising wedges here on both of these, but we'll see. I'll keep up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I do daily updates every single day. Now let's talk about the Dow Jones Industrial. I've gave you guys targets, and my targets are still remaining the same as of right now. But right now in the pre-market, Dow is down 724 points. Now let's look over at, let's go into the daily. And we've been looking at this and talking about it for quite some time. I will show you guys what is going on here. I had this rising channel here, and we had support at 23.4, and I had said if that broke, my next target was 1688, which that is still my next target. I want to show you the measured move from breaking down from that channel. We did a measured move, measuring the widest point, coming down, and that gets me that 16.8. Now, there's one more thing. Looking at this as a megaphone, if you use this top resistance line and this pink line on the bottom as support, which we have broken. We are back above, but we have broken it. And once a support or resistance line is even wicked through, in my opinion, it's broken or invalidated. But I do think this is still valid. If we did a measured move there, guys, if that 1688 don't hold, I'm looking at 9,200 points. That's what I'm looking at. I really believe that we're going to at least come down to this 1688. Any rally we see, we can still rally up, retest the bottom of this channel at 23.5. Even if we did that, guys, I believe we're going back down. This market is weak. I don't care how many stimulus packages or what the hell they're going to do. This market's coming down, in my opinion. I could be dead wrong, but I don't see it. I mean, we could rally as high as 25.5, and I would that's the golden pocket of this, would be this retracement here. I just don't see it, guys. Yeah, I'm still way bearish here. We did have this target at 18.4, which did hit. We got a nice bounce there. Also, the measured, or not measured move, but if you take a Fibonacci retracement from the swing high to the swing low, which I have in here, that 0.382 was the 22.55 we had marked, and we went above it just a little bit. Well, we did get rejection there. Now, could we be getting a bull flag here of some sort? It's possible, but I just don't think so, guys. This looks horrible. I think the Dow is in serious trouble. I don't think that we're going to see any all-time highs or new all-time highs in the Dow Jones Industrial for years, guys. I think that was it. Could be wrong. But yeah, that's my opinion, not yours. And definitely don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking the CryptoSavy logo above my head. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash that like button. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. I'm curious to know what you think of traditional markets. Do you think it'll have a comeback? Do you think they're done? What's going on? Take it easy, guys. Let me know.